Hello, Norman Nowitz here again. I'm going to be changing the oil, the gearbox oil, in a 2008 Nissan Pathfinder. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll go through the tools first, what I'm going to need. Obviously I've got the oil, automatic transmission, nylon oil. The requirement for this is it's got to be Nissan Matic J, which that is compatible with that, and I quite like the nylon stuff. So according to my manual I need 10.3 litres, but what I'll do is I'll drop the oil out first and measure it and see how much oil's actually come out. Now it's a flush rather than a change, because you can't get all the oil out of the gearbox. So that's what we've got, but I'll just run through some of the tools that I've got here. Now obviously I've got the oil, enough oil to do, and like I say, I like the nylon stuff. Pair of gloves, filler, torque wrench, we'll go through the newton meters later, 1/2 inch ratchet, 19mm socket, because on the bottom of here is a 19mm socket, not on there, not the 10mm Allen key type. That is on some of the other stuff like your transfer box and your differentials, but we'll do that change some other time. Might need some extensions. You need a 10mm, that's to get and a long extension. That is to get the nut that keeps the dipstick in place. So I'll switch it off and what else we need? A receptacle to hold the burst oil that comes out of the underneath the car. So, and some rags. So we'll show you underneath the car right now. Here we go. Hi, Norman Nowitz here. Apologies. I was looking on my to be done YouTube videos that I had changing the automatic transmission fluid in a 2008 Nissan Pathfinder. So I've actually started this video and I didn't know what I did with the end one, but I do recall that might have been 2017, maybe 2016, because this is now March 2019, and I couldn't find the end of the video to compile it all together and put it, so apologies. But what I've done is I've put together the tail end of this video. So you're going to get the start of the video, and then you're going to get this bit, and then you're going to get the tail end of the video. So it's not a oil change, an automatic transmission change, it's actually a flush. Now, I've done it once, that was the start of the video. I've done it when I had it on the ramps at the mechanic, that was in 2017, I think. Yeah, probably this time last year. Sorry. Yeah, 2017. I think. It wasn't 2018. It might have been 2018. So it's had a flush 2017. It's had a flush in 2018, and it's having a flush now. So it's pretty much year on year. It takes 10.7 litres of oil, I believe. But you're never going to flush all that out. So you're never going to change all that out. You're going to flush it out. So you're going to flush it out about 3 litres or so every time, because I think the last one was 3 litres, because I've got the tin down here, the receptacle down here, and I've got it marked, so I know how much I've got left, and they're 4 litre containers. I think it's 10.7 all told. Now the experts would hitch it up to the cooling radiator on the front of the car, and they would start the car up and they would run it through all the gears, and they would flush it, top it up and flush it through, and top it up and flush it through, top it up and flush it through. I probably would have got that done, but going on the oil last year and the year before that wasn't actually too bad. So I think I've got 4, 5, 6 litres of oil plus maybe a litre and a half, maybe a litre in there, right? So what I'm going to do, and I'm roughly thinking it's going to be about 3 litres, but when you drain it into the receptacle, you've then got to check and see how much you've actually got, because you've got to replenish that. You've got to put it in through the dipstick. So I've kind of got all that ready. So what I'll do is I'll take it over to the car, because I'm doing a couple of videos all at the same time here about front and rear diffs, and I've been held up with that, and it's 1:15, so I'm still not had lunch yet, and I've been doing stuff with my good lady wife. So let's get onto the car and I'll show you what I've actually done and how easy it actually is. But like I say, this is a flush, sometimes known as a poor man's flush. Why that would be. Right, let's get under the car. So I'm under the car. This is the automatic transmission drain pan. Now up here, just going to wipe that. So up here is the drain plug. Now I'm probably not going to be able to get that in there, just because I'm wanting to get it in there. So there's a drain plug sits right there. Now I've got this coloured white just so you can see it on the camera. So that goes up in there. 19mm socket to take it out. Probably going to have it on an extension bar, I would have thought. I think I maybe just missed it. I should have an extension bar here. Okay, so dripping it into a clean, can't emphasize enough, clean, empty receptacle here. Now the reason I'm saying clean is you want to go and have a look in there to see how good the oil is, you know, because if this is contaminated, your receptacle is contaminated, then you really can't see, you know, because you're picking up contaminates on something else. Now I use this as an engine crankcase oil change, just probably very recently, but I've got a number of these receptacles, right? So I always try and drain out the oil as much as possible, and you know, knowing that I was going to be doing this, because like I say, I'm doing front and rear diffs at the same time, so, but really you're only picking up what's in the drain pan and what's like just further up in there. You know, your torque converter, in behind the torque converter, you're not going to get to that oil. So that oil is going to stay there, and then it's going to mix up with the new oil. So that's why you're flushing it out. Like say, if you were taking it to the experts, they would like take off the front end of the, you know, the fascia bit of the car. They would connect into the pipes. They would start it up. A guy would be, you know, filling it up as it's pumping out until it gets to the clear. Switch the car off. You know, top up the rest of the oil with a dipstick. Run it for a while, keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that until you've got the right quantity of oil in there. 10.7 litres or something of oil is here. But I don't have that luxury, and we're DIYers. So this has been dripping out for probably 4 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the drain plug back in. Now I can't remember what the torque settings actually is for that, but there will be a specification for torque. If I look it up, I'll put it in the description or the comments just underneath where I'm talking. Okay, so I'll maybe just show you what I've done up top. Hold on a second. What I should say is I normally put some thread locker on that drain plug, so I'm going to wait to do that now before we go up. So back to Autos Trans. Now through here, this is where the dipstick goes. Now it's held in with a 10mm bolt. And I would say, whatever you do, try and not, when you're socketing off or socketing it back on, is drop that little 10mm bolt, because it will drop right down into the engine and probably held up on the cross members. So if you've got a magnetic socket, I would be certainly using that. I dropped it on the way out. I'm not going to certainly be dropping it on the way in. Now, this is the way you've got to fill, and you may not even see this. This is the way that you fill up your auto trans. But like I say, measure the receptacle, measure it out, see how much litres came out, inspect it, and then get a filler, one of those long fillers. I've got one here. That what I've done is I've put on a poly hose so I can put that down inside the pipe. Whatever you do, don't drop it inside the pipe, and then fill that up. It's a bit awkward trying to get it down the hole, so I'm not even going to attempt when you're here, because I had to do it two-handed the last time. And then just fill that up to the relevant quantity, leave it for a while and keep dipping the dipstick. But let's have a look at this oil. Very interested. Yeah, I didn't heed my own warning. That's probably contaminated with the engine oil was in there, so I'm not even gonna look at it. Okay, so I'll get back to you. So this is me measuring out the Autotrans litre and a litre. I've got my receptacle here, my old jerry can, which I fill up of. It's all bust oil and stuff to go to the recycling centre. So that's what we do. That's how we'll work it out. 2 litres. There's probably another, certainly a litre in there. I expect 3 litres, but we'll try it. And then we just pour it in there. See if there's anything coming out of it with it. Okay, let's do this. So this is just to confirm what we've got. So there's another litre in this one here. So that's about 300ml. Yeah, about 300. It's hard to see. So that was 4 litres. Sorry, 3 litres plus 300ml. So I've got a litre with 2 litres, and then in here I've got a litre plus a bit, which will be good enough. But I'm just going to confirm. There you go on there. So it is Nissan Matic, and this needs J. So this conforms with the requirements of this car. Now, as I said earlier, I've got the filler in place. It is down the dip tube, so I'm just going to pour all this in, take my time, nice and easy, get it in there, dipstick in, screw on, well, I might let it settle actually, because like I say, I'm doing the front and rear diffs of this car as well, so I'll go and do them and let this settle. So we'll get this in, crack it tops, get it in, easy as that.